There's more than one kind of yoga. That, as we've heard from Leslie, was Hatha yoga. I'm also joined by Mercedes Ngoh, who specialises in the Vinyasa flow yoga. Here's Mercedes.
Yes.
Now, Vinyasa flow. We're shifting parties here. We've got the Vinyasa. So that was Hatha yoga.
Yeah.
How does Vinyasa differ from Hatha?
Well, all yoga is yoga, so this whole notion that there's styles that are better than another is really, just a notion.
Yeah.
Vinyasa flow yoga is a style, as you can see. It's a little more fluid.
So this is more akin to sort of, it's almost choreography now.
Well, it's a little bit, but it's actually a little more athletic and vigorous. It can be. There's teachers that teach it in a very slow, alignment-based way. The great thing about it is that it can be basically adapted to both the individual and the instructor. So if you want to do some sort of fun,
look at this.
Things like this.
Come down, you'll hurt yourself. That's very impressive.
But she's been practicing. She's a Yeotown yoga teacher.
Yeah.
I have a retreat in Devon. We do these kind of trainings, and we do a lot of retreats, and we kind of work the Vinyasa flow style, and people really enjoy it. They enjoy the fact that they can explore and do fun things.
Can you obviously build then, so you get better and better?
Exactly. But you build.
What do you think, just talking to Leslie about it as well, what does yoga give you that other ways of keeping fit, that the gym, for instance, doesn't give you?
Well, you have to think about it. We're not just our physical. We also have a mental aspect and a spiritual aspect to our being. So it really works the mind, the mental, lets your mind calm and balanced, be more focused. Obviously, the spirit, you feel better when you move, you feel better when you're stretching, you feel better on all levels. And then, of course, the physical, when we feel strong,
So if you ever were to stop doing it for a few weeks, you'd presumably feel incredibly sort of dead, wouldn't you?
You don't feel great, but it's kind of like riding a bicycle, right? You pick it up quite quickly again.
Yeah.
You really do. You kind of go right back to where you started and you build yourself back up
Do
again.
you have to be careful about doing this? Don't suddenly rush into it and start putting your right foot behind your right ear. Or, in my case, your left ear, you know.
People do that. Yoga doesn't wreck your body. We wreck our bodies. When we don't listen to ourselves and we try and come from ego and we try and do something that we're not ready to do, that's really, that's really where things go wrong. And I think that's where this controversy of yoga being bad for you is coming from. But it's not yoga. Yoga tells you, listen to your body, do what's right, and be kind to yourself.
I've been doing that for years, mainly with food and drink. But it does look, to me, as if it makes sense, because as